This looks freaking insane. For this, you are going to need some kind of a weighing scales. You're going to need a whole load of ground beef, or mince meat as we call it here. Get your favorite barbecue rub. I'm choosing the Dallas Cowboys one because they're not in the Super Bowl. It's from Meat Church, and you need a whole load of bacon. Before anything, we gotta weigh out this. Now, I have a burger smasher, and these things kind of give you different weights of what everything should be. So depending on how thick you want the actual burger, you just go with the weight and it smashes it down. What will make your life easier are these basically little greaseproof paper thingies. You get them on Amazon, I'll leave a link in them. You get them in like 1,000 in a box or whatever. Right, let's weigh this out. The size that we are going for, I'm going for about 100 and, can't even see that. Anyway, about 120 grams. The secret ingredient to this as well, of course, is black pudding. Good Irish, black pudding. My ground beef. We need our black pudding. I'm going to use probably about 3/4 of this. Doesn't matter how kind of sexy or not you are with this, because we are going to be breaking this up. Now, I'm sure wherever you get your black pudding, it's pretty safe to eat because it's ready to go. It's just pig's blood, right? Black pudding sounds like the weirdest thing that you can buy if you just not really sure what it is. Basically, it's just blood sausage. There's oats in there. There's a few herbs and spices. Maybe a pig's hoof trotter. Either way, it's a pretty staple Irish thing. You won't get a full Irish breakfast here without some black pudding on the side of it. You can also get white pudding. Before we get this in, we want to break up our ground beef, and we want to season the ground beef with whatever rub that you have. Liberal enough. Don't be conservative about this at all. And then just kind of smoosh it around. Just make sure that rub is kind of all over. Another little bit here. Good tip as well for hygiene. Always use one hand for this stuff, and then you have the cleanish hand, or just take off the glove and you have one glove on. Now, our black pudding goes in. And you can kind of judge. The thing is here, you're going to have to use two. Pause, because you want this to kind of spread as evenly as you can, because at the end of the day, we're making burgers. And even if you find a big bit that's a bit too clumped up, yeah, just keep going until you get it as even looking. Basically, everybody should be getting a bite. Now I'm going to weigh these, but that's kind of what we're looking at there, light. Get one of these at the ready. Going to eyeball this. What have we got? I'm going to go with maybe 150. One down. Let's get one for our burger smasher. Put on and push down like your life depended on it. And then we have a pretty decent looking patty. That's one, and just do that with the rest. The next thing is the bacon weave, and I'm petrified because I've never made a bacon weave in my life. But let's see how this goes. Ideally, you'd need some parchment paper here, but I don't have any parchment paper, so this is probably going to fall apart, but nonetheless, let's have a go anyway. You got to judge the length of the bacon, so I have no idea. We're just going to have a go. You do you. Bacon weave. Now, so we're going one across. What we're going to do is we're going to flip every other piece back. I'm doing it. Then we get our next piece, and these go back this way. This is the best fun ever, and I'm not being a smart ass. Okay, let's get the burger on. This is where it all goes wrong. Now, if you want at this point, there we go. Definitely use parchment paper, because this is going to be quite difficult to wrap. In fact, it won't wrap. All right, so I'm going to scrap the weave and we're just going to wrap our patties with a little bit of bacon. So there is one. Once the bacon gets onto your barbecue or your smoker, it's going to be under like that, nice and tight, and that will seal it up. That's one done. At this stage, you could maybe put these into the fridge for a bit to, you know, make them kind of firm up a little bit, but not happening. These are going straight on the smoker, and one last bit of rub everywhere, because these are going to be absolute flavor bombs. I think this has worked out better than the weave. I've always wanted to try the weave. I will do that for something else when I get parchment paper, but I think wrapping. I mean, look at this one, is perfect. First one, then you just get better. And one, because one of the kids isn't the biggest fan of bacon. We're working on her though, we're working on her. Let's get these into the smoker. At this stage, you're probably looking, these need to be like 160, or as long as the bacon is cooked. You know when it's cooked, because it's like, I want to eat that. And the burger itself should be about 160 Fahrenheit, 165, which is the safe temperature for beef, especially around this stuff. But bacon should all be pretty good. Temperature-wise, 250, 275, bang it and go. I'm using oak, but use whatever you have. And obviously the bigger ones go a little bit closer to the fire. These should take 30, 40, 45 minutes. Have your little thermometer ready to go. So here's the first one going on. I'm gonna put this one further back because there's no bacon on there. And let us go. I mean, these look freaking damn good. And we're gonna Irish them up a little bit more with some savage Irish cheddar. After about an hour, at about 300, this is what these look like. Wow, they look pretty good. Bacon is definitely crisping up. So for the last 10 minutes or so, I've cranked the heat up here a little bit more, and we are going to cheese some of these bad boys up. Double cheese because it ain't Christmas. And at this stage, all of these are absolutely done. The bacon is definitely done. Burger is 163, 160, perfect, 165, 166. So all we got to do now is melt the cheese, and these are going to be phenomenal. Problem is, I have 4 burger buns, and we have 5. I'll have to take one for the team and double up. A lot of bacon. First one up here. What I'm going to do, this is Eddie Rocket's secret sauce. It's kind of like a salad cream mayo. It's pretty good though. Available just in Ireland. So we're going to get that down there. Crispy onions on the base, because we don't want the onions to overpower the first crunch that we get. I want to do the double. Man, this is bad news. So we got this. Holy shit. Man. This is going to be, yeah, it's going to be a tough one to eat. That's cheat there, right? Now, again, you know me. Meat Mitch Womp sauce, I think it's the best barbecue sauce on the planet. If I had one wish, Mitch, I wish it was slightly thicker. So what we have here is a lot of bacon, onions. I can put some pickles on here. So, because we're running low on pickles, I'm just going to do without the pickles. I mean, Jesus Christ. Look at this for a freaking burger. Okay, I can't wait anymore. I gotta taste this one. This is the double. This looks freaking insane. So we have black pudding, Irish cheddar. Okay, here we go for the bite. Oh my God. That's just a flavor bomb. All right, let me go feed everybody. In the meantime, when I'm doing that, you like and subscribe.